Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Right there, 54 miles. 12.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down after the loss to start out. Here's second and 11. They run with Hines. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Wilson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 30 base.
On play action, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's a gain of 8.
You got it. You got it. You got it. Come on, set. 10 Lobo. 54. Right, 54. Let's go, defense. Hey, high 7. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. Get it.
Throwing his lock on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Fight, 315. Mike 54. Let's run.
Now Wilson on first down. And his pass incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Hines. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Hines. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Set, ready? 15, line. 15 line. You ready? 50 cent. Shoot.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. 20. And he will not make it all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Jim, you gonna take. You gotta take.
They'll try to run with Hines. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Stay with your man. Check 43. April. Spot that.
He'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Hines, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with first and goal.
Really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now it's Breida. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's third and 10.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10.
Hey, Delta.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
49er first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On the set. Let's get some penetration here.
On first down, here's Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
It's going to be a long day, offense. Get it.
On second down, here's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Hines. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
At the 10-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Taking on the midfield logo. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 10-2 saw. Check nine. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Fire.
This is Breida. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Check. Fresno. Hey, rock it.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, G. Tempo.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines, and they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check them. Alert. Go.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give, right side. Whitfield. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now it's Lockett. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're...
water behind them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Myers' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From midfield, here's Locke. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breda. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, echo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. There he goes left side, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Andy Isabella, 76 yards, and the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Tackles.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Oh, that's true. You've said that before.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
5. 61, matchbox lights. Switch. Ready.
They run again with Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
Recon, 132 fighter. 54 Mike. Switch. 36. Hatchet. They go.
Here's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson. That ball complete to Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I can't believe they let you play.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the pass.
Throwing on second down. Wilson, he's going to launch this thing way down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Stand. You're out.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Clock now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to let it go again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense. At the least, keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Second and goal from the 1.
Hey, watch it.
They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nyheim Hines hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And again this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Whitfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, let's go. 12.
Wilson to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing now is Wilson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try to run this one in. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nyheim Hines with time running out as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
14. 54's Mike. Check.
Back to throw. And A crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken about the 12. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the